Whew. Hope you guys make your way up in here. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh no. It's showing my real name, Joe. He ain't supposed to be doing all of that. Hey everybody, my name is Jeremy, and I'm coming at y'all again today with a review on Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 11. Now, this episode is probably my second favorite episode. I felt that I felt like I it was very much satisfaction for me. I like a lot of stuff happened that I've been waiting for. People got held accountable for their actions. They got caught up in their lies. They were just People were out here challenged. That's all I'm trying to say. If you out here acting shifty, acting shady, we should be able to challenge you, right? They have not been challenging some of the people on this show about the way that they move. And that's been bothering me, y'all. It's been bothering me. So I'm going to get it started here. So the men open up with a men's panel. This is when we find out that Tina didn't show up, to meet with Tommy. Now, I don't know how believable it is for me to believe that, Tina stood Mr. Tommy up. But that's what he said. So I don't have much to go off of. But let Tina tell it. Tina said that she was never supposed to meet this man, that she was, that she was set up to look crazy. So it is what it is. But needless to say, we find out in the men's panel that now this week we're going to be meeting the family. Now, I don't know why the fuck Tommy is deciding to have people meet families, on the show. I don't necessarily know how much I agree with that. I think that maybe you should stop at friends, but I don't think you should be meeting family. I don't think that none of the connections here are that deep for people to be meeting members of my family. That's just me. But because of the show's context, I would agree to have them meet my family. But I'm saying just on a natural, us dating type of thing, I just don't think that 8 weeks is enough for us to meet each other's family. Now that's just me. Now the first person that we're going to be discussing is going to be Clifton and Joy. Clifton is in a restaurant. Two older people come up. I thought it was his mom and dad, but it's his uncle and his cousin. I was like, yo, cousin? It's like, she old as hell. I was like, I know that can't be the uncle. Like, I know that can't be the uncle's, niece. I was like, these must be from two separate sides of the family. I was like, how? I was like, what's going on in the branches of the family? But needless to say, they're there to meet nobody other than Joy. And what did Joy come dressed as? A tired wife, a tired mom, somebody who got like 5-11 damn kids, who's tired of putting up with this bullshit. Like, every time I see Joy, she just can't dress. She can't dress. I just, look, I'm not gonna try to go in on it too bad, but she ends up meeting the family, gives them their hugs and gives them their the courtesies that she's supposed to give a parent or whoever the fuck they are. I don't know if she knows that they're not his parents. I can't remember if that's the case or not. But we come to find out that all of this time Joy been on the show, that Joy has to go back to Mexico for 6 months after this show wraps, because she lives in Mexico biannually, for her job. Now, I don't know what the fuck her job is and what she does. I know that she's a singer, but I don't know what the fuck that has to do with Mexico. Shit, I can even see if she had to go to Africa. Shit, maybe even the Philippines, because I don't know if y'all know, the Philippines, them chicks can sing. But to go to Mexico, like, what are you doing out there? Like what's out there musically for you in Mexico? Does she even speak Spanish? I don't know. But now the family are kind of looking at Joy crazy, and Clifton doesn't seem surprised by this. So it seems that this is something that her and Clifton has talked about, obviously. So now the family is, asking about the connection. What made you, really like Clifton? Like what did you guys really, hit it off with? Joy said that she never met somebody who just checked off all the boxes without her even having to say anything. And I was like, well, how do you know he's checking off all of the boxes if y'all only been talking, for 8 weeks? I just don't know necessarily how he could fill every box that she's talking about. Like, that don't make sense to me. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Monique. Ellen is laughing. Monique says, I need to go back and just look at Joy's wardrobe from every episode. Joy is always dressed like she's going to sleep. Or that Joy is dressed in her best nap fashions. The type of the sweaters that you would take a nap in, that's real soft and plushy. It really gives very much that what she wore to meet those parents. I was like, Joy don't know how to dress. It's given very much Giselle Bryant from Real Housewives of Potomac. Maybe that's just a light-skinned girl thing in the DC area, because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. In the beginning of last season, I did not think that Sabrina could dress. I did not think that Sabrina could dress when I first seen her. It wasn't until we started getting later in the episodes that I felt like the outfits were outfitting. I was like, okay, they're like the outfits are outfitting. But in the beginning when she was wearing some of this stuff, I was like, it's giving me very much cheap, but it's not any of my business. It is it is what it is. And yeah, listen, I thought it was like maybe that's a light skin like in DC type of thing, when light skinned girls don't know how to dress because they just been told they've been pretty. Maybe that's the case. Joy is under contract at a resort in Mexico. I mean, can they understand does she sing in Spanish? Like, is she like a background vocalist? Like, what is it? I don't know. I was like, I don't get it. But Joy basically checks off all the boxes. Then she starts crying. And y'all know how I feel about all that damn crying. What are you crying for? Why are you crying in front of this man's family? You do not know him like that to be crying about it. Like, sis, keep the tears in. Save the tears for your pillow, and let's keep it real dry. When we meet in the family, you don't want to just be crying and sniffling and wheezing and snorting all over these people. They eating. Have a little bit of restraint and self-control, Joy. I know that you love this man, but it's okay. It's all right. Like, if Joy don't do nothing else, she gonna make sure that she chases after Clifton. Clifton is, and Clifton don't mind being chased after, and like he gonna make sure he's caught. But I'm just saying, it's Joy the one that's chasing. I don't see any chase from Clifton, But moving on, now we are at the scene with Paul and Dakia. Now, Paul, I'm gonna try my best not to violate you on this review, because I feel like I violated you enough on the last review. If y'all haven't seen that review, it's the review with the thumbnail with Sabrina face on the clown. It's that one. I have the timestamps if y'all want to go back and watch it. I think it's quite vicious. But listen, Paul, I think it's quite funny how you were using Carmen's, distrust amongst the cast as a way to make it seem that you are in this bitch scot-free or scot-free, which one it is. I'm letting you know right now, Paul, Dakia might want to act like her ass can't see the forest for the trees. But us, America, the rest of the men that's on the show, and Tommy can all see that you full of shit and that you do not want Dakia. See, like I said, you wanted a young thing. You wanted a young bitch. But you don't have enough monies to sustain a young bitch. You don't have the looks, you don't have it. You just don't have. Like if I was to open up a dictionary right now and next to Paul, the definition would be don't have. or doesn't have, if you want to be grammatical about it. You just don't. It's just nothing about you is trustworthy. Nothing about you just gives me, choose me. I just don't. Paul disgusts me in every single way, y'all. Because he's a liar. And he can make himself sound like he's very sweet, very, very charismatic when he needs to be, but it's all bullshit. This man does not want Dakia. He just wants to go to the end. And Dakia, you like, now I can understand you not liking Carmen and her tetherball titties. I don't really like Carmen and her tetherball titties that much as well. I don't dislike her that much, but I can understand as to why you think that she's been coming after you ever since you sent, Eric and his zesty ass home, you know. But my thing is this: don't take everything that Carmen said as a lie. You take some and then you remove the rest. Now, even if you were to take all of like the extra off, it's some part of Paul that told this woman that he is not that attracted to you, that you are not the type of woman that he would go after. So when are you going to take responsibility and remove yourself from this situation? Are you just going to string yourself along, play, like allow this man to play in your face? There's no way Paul would ever be able to tell me that I'm not attractive. I'll be damned if I let Paul do that. Right? Like, and then like, Paul, you know what? I'm gonna go in order. And I'm already kind of out of sync anyway. So the next scene that we go to is gonna be Donovan and Sabrina. Let me take my earrings off before I get started. Donovan, I want to give you your tens. Finally, a man has been able to hold Sabrina accountable for all of her fuck shit. Right? Now, Sabrina has begun to weigh scotch free because she loves to throw around that I'm a woman stuff, and it will make you feel kind of bad. You don't really want to just confront her about her fuck shit. But Donovan brought Sabrina out today to confront her on her fuck shit. So he ended up telling her, I think that you're out here, playing games, because what you say and what you do are two different things. Snap forward. Now we see that Sabrina is calling Donovan a bitter baby, all of these things that she loves to call the men who hold her, who try to call her out for her fuck shit. My thing is this: Sabrina, now if the roles were reversed and a person telling you that they have a connection with you and they care about you, meanwhile they're kissing somebody else in the mouth, wouldn't you feel some type of way about that? Because aren't you the same person who had an issue with Tori calling Ace to see if she's okay when she didn't make it to the group date, when y'all had to meet his friends? But you could kiss niggas in the mouth in front of your other connections, and they have to be okay with that. Now, like I said, if the roles were reversed and a man did that to you, kiss somebody in front of you, you would feel some type of way. And then it goes, she confirmed my point when she said this. She said that, the men were so, was just mad because she had multiple connections and they couldn't handle that. Skip forward a couple minutes into the conversation. Now she's saying that, she backed off from Donovan because he had a connection with Carmen. But why? You were asking for Donovan to have that consistency with you, even though you're kissing Demetrius in the mouth in front of the whole house. But you don't want to have that consistency with him because he's also entertaining Carmen. Don't you see the inconsistency with what you're talking about, Sabrina? Now, I don't know if maybe you feel that you're better than everybody else, so you are abstain from your own rules, or like in that you don't have to follow your own precedent. But let me tell you, sis, the same way that you want these men to be consistent with you, even though you're kissing niggas in the mouth, is the same way they want you to be consistent with them while they're entertaining their fucking connections. And I just want to I want y'all to know, none of these men have yet disrespected Sabrina nor their connection that they had with her, while Sabrina has shitted, pissed, and dog walked all over the connections that she's had with these other men for Demetrius. You know, she's out here calling this man's fingernails dirty. She's insulting him. She's being very just childish while trying to call Donovan childish. And what I love the most about Donovan is Donovan said, just because you're a woman does not mean I will not, check you and hold you accountable when need be. There's a way that you can do that without coming across like a bitch. Kind of like what Laverne was acting like. See, Laverne wanted to try to call out Sabrina, but it was given very much, hey girl, when he did that. So he was coming across like a little bitch. But see, Donovan was able to do it eloquently with the masculinity that it deserved. And when I say masculinity doesn't mean how deep you talk or how hard you talk. It's out of the consideration for the feminine energy that's in the room. He was able to tell her what he needed to tell her without insulting her, demeaning her, or disrespecting her as a woman. So, but let Sabrina tell it. He was being childish. He was like trying to destroy her character and everything else. Sabrina is the type to do that Jedi mind trick shit when you catch her in her lies. Just like a nigga. I don't know, maybe if Sabrina was just raised only around her father or only around a male, but Sabrina does not operate on feminine energy. She does not. And now, does that mean that she's walking around here, walking like a man in heels like Joy does? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that the way that Sabrina carries herself is not feminine. She wants to challenge the man at every step of the way. She don't want to take your last name. She don't want you to do this. She don't want you to do that. She wants you to be okay with her kissing niggas in the mouth, even though she just told you that you're her top connection. She wants to challenge you in every way, shape, and form. Sabrina didn't come on here for love. Sabrina didn't come on here for peace. I don't know why Sabrina came on this show, but I'm gonna just let you know this. Sabrina ass got told off today by Donovan. Donovan was raised by a single black female, so he was able to tap into that energy and read her rights, and then and then leave. Wished her well about her way, and then left. And I'm just letting you know, y'all, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. If you're coming here expecting me to be a feminist, you're wrong. I do not believe that men and women are created equally. I do not believe that. It will never happen. I will never believe that. I'm sorry. I just don't. So let's move on to the next topic. And I hope I didn't offend anybody, but I'm just letting y'all know, when it comes to the whole feminist shit, I'm not a part of that movement. I do not believe that men and women should be equal. Now, I don't think that women shouldn't have rights and stuff like that men have. Of course, women should have all those type of rights. But I'm talking about when it comes to, this whole feminist movement, when, the women are out here, trying to say that they're on the same level as a man, but then want to cry out, niggas need to be chivalrous. Now, see, if he cussed your ass out and talk to you crazy, you want to sit here and rest in your femininity. See, but when you're a feminist, you're letting me know that at that point that you're on par with me. So I'm gonna talk to you like I would a nigga. Period. So unless I can do that, then we're not on par with each other. And it's just not in regards to just the feminine and masculine energy. It's in regards to just the physicality of our body structures. We're not meant to be equal. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that feminism is solely about equal treatment and equal opportunity. And I don't feel that we all deserve the same, equal treatment in some aspects either. When I was on the ship, right? I was an engineer, y'all. I was on the ship, And it was these girls that were in my division. They used to always spout out that feminist, we can do anything a man could do, we deserve equal pay, very much feminist. A lot of those female engineers are feminists. Now, when it actually came to us having to pick up a 400-pound pump from the pier, bring it up, the quarter deck into the port, starboard port, into the actual ship, down into the engineering rooms, where was the women at? All of a sudden they disappear. I'm not doing that. I'm a woman. No, sis. You said that we are equal. You get the same pay that I get. So take those same arms that's getting that same pay and lift up this same fucking pump that I'm lifting up. To me, and I like call it caveman all you want to. Now, I'm not saying that women don't. Now, I'm saying if a woman is doing basketball and a man is doing basketball in their respective genres and they both playing, they should be both getting paid at least similar. Now I'm not saying that, a woman needs to do the same amount of work that a male does and not get paid. I'm just saying that if you cannot do the work the same way that the male can, or at least better, then you don't deserve equal pay. Period. So that's what I believe. Now, so now we are at the meeting with not Dakia, but Joy and not Joy. What's her name? Carmen. Carmen and Donovan's mother are going to be meeting. Donovan walks in with his mama, and his mama is a character, reminding me very much of my own mama, except me and my mom does not have the best relationship. My mama is very immature. My mama is a very, youthful spirited woman, while I'm a very older spirited young male. And, it was just they're very eye-opening to see that, that relationship that they had. But Carmen walks in her church best, her first Sunday's best, and she got those tetherball titties tied up, covered, dressed like a church lady. She meets the mom. The mom and her hit it off immediately. Immediately, right? And I think the mom kind of saw herself in Carmen. I think that's what it was, because the mom said that she never felt that he that he was with a woman who was good enough for him. And since she raised him, of course she would feel that the woman would need to be on par with her to be good enough for him. So when she saw Carmen, I think that she saw that it was like a version of her that was able to handle her son. And she asked to exchange numbers, she asked to exchange information. They hit it off well. So I just much kudos to. I thought that Carmen, she customized herself very well when it came to meeting his parents. She edited herself. She was more soft spoken. She was more docile. She let the mom take the lead. She wasn't trying to battle. The mom felt comfortable enough. And I liked how Carmen, came in and said, let me give mom a hug. She's already laying out that intention to say that, this is going to work for me. I'm going to be we're going to be together. This is my mama. Let me give my mama a hug. I really like that. Let me go through a little bit of the comments before I start to go, before I go and continue forth in the in the review, y'all. That's not feminist viewpoint. Sabrina's the type to expect a man to pay all the bills while she makes all the decisions. Oh my, look, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Sorry, women can't do anything a man can do, but I feel like we deserve similar pay in most spaces. I'm not saying that that's not the case. All I'm saying is if you cannot do the job to the capacity that the male can do, then I don't believe that you deserve equal pay. That's just my opinion. I'm not. I don't believe now. And I'm saying it just depends on the workforce that you're in. Like, you get what I'm saying? So if you're in, something that's blue collar, where you got to do a lot more heavy lifting, then it could possibly be an issue when it comes to you being able to complete those tasks. Now, when it comes to different jobs, you also have to take into account that a woman could get pregnant at any time, and when that happens, she have to take the pregnancy leave, and that could put that like that costs dollars and stuff like that, and it reflects in the pay and everything else. So I'm saying like you guys got to think about it from a corporate standpoint. Like it's a lot, it's more of a liability when you are, for example, another thing, when on my ship, when a woman did not want to be on the ship anymore, want to be on sea rotations, guess what she did to get off of the ship and basically leave us without an extra personnel on the on that? She would get pregnant. We don't just deserve the same payoff. You don't have the same experience, same accomplishments. Understandable. Dakia should have self-eliminated long ago. Why she's still there, I do not know. And that is actually going to lead us into the next topic. So now, who is going to be next? Let me see. So now Donovan, so after Donovan and his mama, who was next? Okay, got it. So next is going to be Demetrius and Sabrina meeting up. And basically that's why companies need to invest in maternity and paternity leave like my company does. But I'm saying, I guess it would be a little bit unfair to judge a woman for, having ovaries and being pregnant. But I'm saying that, just the fact that has to be a thing is another reason why companies do not like to pay women, and I'm only tell look, don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. I work in corporate America. So HR and people who work in HR, people who set pay, tell me, reasons as to why women do not get equal pay a lot of times, So I'm just don't come at me, sis. Don't come at me. It ain't me. But she says you work in finance. I work in finance too. I'm a financial analyst. I work for a maritime company, and actually, my manager's a woman. And women don't get paid, and women don't get paid like the men do. Now, but like I said, I feel like if y'all are doing the same amount of work, if y'all are doing have the same amount of experience, stuff like that, then go forth and be great, sis. Get your ducats. But I'm saying, if that can't be the case, then maybe you should reevaluate some things. But like I said, Demetrius is now meeting up with Sabrina. Sabrina comes in. Sabrina talks to him about some red flags. Once again, bringing up the same shit that she already brought up before. And by this time, Demetrius is in the confessional saying haven't we already spoken about this? I already told you that I don't want you to be submissive. I don't need you to be submissive. I want a woman who could be herself. And if you are a strong woman, then that's just who you are. If you're a leader, then you're a leader. I'm not gonna try to stifle you. So Sabrina, after she heard that, she decides, I'm not done yet. It has to be something. It has to be something that I could pick apart. So you are not the one for me. So then she says, but you're just a natural leader. So how could you just turn that off? So I'm saying so because he's a leader, that means that you can't be also a leader. So I'm saying, so when two leaders are in a relationship, they can't take turns leading. Sabrina, is that what you're saying? And then Sabrina went so far as to bring up the last names. So Sabrina gonna say, and even when it comes to marriage, you said that you want a woman to take your last name. And Demetrius looking like me. Yeah. Why, that's how it goes. You get married, you take the last name, and then Sabrina was like, but is that how it goes? Is that the norm? Yes, Sabrina, that is the norm. Yes, unless you already have a name, that's out here, filling out billets, filling out stadiums, arena tours, and things like that, then yeah, you probably gonna have to change your name. Like, unless your name is Beyonce Knowles, then you have to even Beyonce put Carter on her name. You talking about you even change your name. I really cannot with Sabrina, y'all. So Demetrius ends up saying, I have a surprise for you. Sabrina's like, what is it? Now let this had been 3 weeks ago, and Demetrius had said he had a surprise for her. She would be ecstatic, but now she don't want no surprise. So he tells her that, I want you to meet my family. Tell me why Sabrina is going to deny this man the right to have her meet his family. She denies. She rejects the offer. She was like, thanks, but no thanks. I want us to be in a more stable place. See, no, what you want, you don't want his family to see through your bullshit. See, if he brought you around the family now, the family will be asking you a lot of serious questions that you're not ready to answer. So you don't want to do that, because you're truthfully not interested in this man. You haven't been interested in none of these men. And Sabrina, you've been saying the same shit, been asking these men the same questions over and over again, making it seem that you really are like drilling into who they are, but you really have not been saying shit. All you do is ask the men the same question every damn episode. How many times have you talked about submissiveness with Demetrius? And how many times have he told you that you do not have to be submissive? That is not what he wants from you. How many times have you brought up the fact that that Donovan, is sitting here, just got out of a marriage, even though he told you that he's ready, that he's willing, that he's able? Somehow, through all of the conversations that you have, you still feel, based on what you feel, that they're not ready. Even though you just got out of a marriage yourself, the same way that Donovan did, and the same way that you have played around with these men and not really shown interest in the way that you should have, like Demetrius has. You embody the same flaws that the men that you dated embodied. The only one who did not exhibit those flaws that the other men had were Tori, and you sent Tori ass home. You friend zoned and sent his ass home. So let me read the comments for a second. It said, last season we said Dante was for the streets. This season Sabrina's for the streets. Well, I think that they're for similar, they're on different streets, but they're both for the streets. Dante got 18 kids now, five baby mamas, 5 side bitches, and the partridge and the pear tree. Like, I'm never gonna forget Dante and his bullshit. And let these women talk about it. He putting them in chokeholds and shit. So that's a whole nother topic, for another day. Sabrina is for the streets, though. Sabrina for everybody. Sabrina's for everybody. Oh yeah, I guess I should be telling y'all this. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Don't be in this bitch like watching me and not liking the video. So that's those those motherfuckers that just be watching you but don't like your photos on Instagram, but just ghost watching. Don't ghost watch me. Don't ghost watch me. You taking up space with somebody else in here who actually would like the video could be taken up. But that's besides the point. Let's get back to how Sabrina ain't shit. So, like I was telling y'all, in every way, shape, and form, Sabrina always contradicts herself. She's never consistent with her shit. This now she's gotten Demetrius to open up. Now she's gotten Demetrius to really show interest. Demetrius wants you to meet his family, but now that's too much for you. Now, see, when he was dry as fuck, not giving you any this, I ain't never saw Demetrius smile as much as he did this episode trying to talk to Sabrina. This nigga was in a form I ain't never saw him in throughout the whole season. He was really showing interest, y'all. And she looked completely over it. She didn't look like she just emotionally disconnected. I have an intense dislike and disdain towards Sabrina when it comes to this show. In real life, I don't know her. I don't have an issue with her. I can't say I don't like her in real life, but when I'm talking about in the realm of the Ready to Love franchise, I do not like Sabrina. Do not like Sabrina. So now, y'all, let's move on to the next scene. So the next scene after this is going to be Paul and his brother, y'all. Paul brother. I was like, dang. I was like, he looked good. I was like, Paul, like, do y'all have the same parents? I don't think so. Paul must have the same daddy, but not the same mama. Maybe that's the case. You know, maybe the same mama, but not the same daddy. But it's no way that y'all got the same parents, because he looked significantly younger than him. He looked way more mature, way more, genuine, better looking. His nose wasn't on bell pepper. It wasn't given that. Not saying that the Jackson 5 nostrils is an issue, because I'm giving very much, smell the air. I'm giving very much that with my own nose. But I'm just saying, when it came to the looks department, I was like, Paul must have got the leftover chromosomes that that the other child didn't use. Kellen has a wife. That's why he's more put together. They definitely have the same parents. They do? You think so? I get maybe same mama, different daddy, or maybe same daddy, different mama, but I don't get same parents. I don't get that. Books with Kimberly say he really was showing interest. It was weird. It was weird to me too. I was like, is this nigga showing interest? I was like, is the world ending? I was like, is this nigga smiling? Is this nigga cracking jokes? Is this nigga showing a personality? Is Demetrius doing this? But he really was. I was like, not me liking Demetrius on his very last episode, child. What a pity, Demetrius. Now, I don't think I dragged you that much, but I'm just saying that, I have said that you look like Cicely Tyson. Now, but I do acknowledge that you did show interest in this episode. I ain't gonna say that you didn't do anything. I ain't gonna say that you was out here playing. You really did show interest in this episode, and she really just decided to play in your face. But like I was saying, when it comes to Paul, we end up meeting his brother. Brother looked good. I was like, dang, it definitely don't run in the family. Definitely don't. See, like, it may pop up here and there in the family, but the looks don't run in the family, because if it did, then Paul might have missed the baton toss. You got to pass the baton to the next. When the good looking parent has to pass that fine baton to the next to the next generation, he said, no, Paul, not you. I'm gonna give this baton to Kellen, but I'm gonna give you the software analyst baton. I make myself laugh, y'all. So the kid ends up meeting the brother. And now I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't necessarily remember. I don't think the conversation was that memorable, but I can just remember from the conversation is that, I got more friends vibes from Dakia and Paul throughout this. And I think the brother kind of got that too. I think the brother would want Paul to be with Dakia because Dakia is the type of woman that he probably needs for his age, but Paul is just like what Miss Aubrey and Alex were saying, one of those old ass men that want a young woman. The only issue is Paul does not have the looks, the body. I'm going to throw it out there. He probably don't even have the dick to support, a young woman, the money to support a young woman, and like I said, y'all, the young people out here, we be fucking. We be having sex out here, and we be knowing what we be doing. It's no inexperience over here. Maybe when you like 19, 20, maybe that, but by the time you hit 24, 25, you didn't develop some experience, because now you can watch the Cornhub videos. And I say Cornhub so I don't get flagged, but I'm saying you can watch Cornhub, you can watch, you can watch all types of shit to get yourself caught up. So you can get good sex anywhere. So what are you like? Why would a woman, stay with you, Paul? It doesn't make sense. And that really reflected when his brother said, he's been getting his heart broke a lot. And why he been getting his heart broke? Because he chases after these young bitches. They drain him for the little bit of money that he has, maybe give him a little bit of puss, maybe a little piece of the puss, and then they move on to somebody else because they wasn't in this for long term, because you don't have the foundation to make them want to stay long term. And that's just me being real. They have been consistent with saying Paul needs a woman like Dakia. Let us know he chases young club skirts. The same way, y'all remember the same way that Walter needed Sabrina. But he was too busy trying to chase young bitches with a bird chest, while he also out here having sex parties, allegedly. I was like, not you 48 and having sex parties. I was like, is that like, do you invite young people over there? Like, is it just a whole bunch of women, or is it a whole bunch of middle-aged men with young women all like doing stuff together? Or is it like you just the old nigga at the sex party, and then you invite a whole bunch of young niggas and young people to just have sex in your crib? Like, how does that even work when you 48? How does that work? I don't even know. But yeah, it's that same type of situation, y'all. Paul is out here chasing young, vibrant things when this nigga need to be with Ethel that's at the slot machines smoking Newports. Because honestly, Paul looked like he smelled like cigarettes. Paul looked like he smelled like a cool, a Salem cool short box. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me that man don't look like he smelled like aftershave and cigarettes. Tell me I'm wrong. Y'all don't think Paul smelled like aftershave, curve, and cigarettes? Paul don't look like he smelled like good cologne. Paul, like every man that's on the cast look like they smell good except for Paul. Paul looked like, if you kiss his neck, it's a little salty, a little bit stubbly. If you kiss his neck, you might be like, kind of tastes like, like a little bit of sweat. That's what Paul gives me. But let's move on, y'all. Cigarettes and cologne, right? Exactly. Cigarettes and cologne. So it's really giving he needs to stop. So now, y'all, after the Kia's date, we are at the men's lounge. And alcohol, yes, alcohol too, and a little bit of ass. Because he doesn't iron his clothes, so it look like he can probably grab the balled up suit that's in the dirty clothes bin, just shook it out, threw it on, even though it was right underneath his dirty drawers that he was wearing the last week. So it kind of smells like crotch, kind of like that. Paul, I just don't get good vibes from Paul, y'all. I'm sorry, I do not like Paul. I don't I don't like Paul. I've told you about talking about us 40 somethings. Like, we didn't give y'all Bad Boy Records, Tupac, and Versace. Well, it wasn't really. Y'all didn't, like, 40 somethings didn't give us Versace. It was the 60 or 70 something that gave us the Versace. When it came to Bad Boy Records, I mean, y'all would give us maybe a couple, maybe one or two albums from our favorite artists, and then they would be dropped, never heard from again. Then y'all to, like, in those same 40s that gave us Tupac and Biggie, y'all took those two people away from us. So when it comes up to it, we left without a foundation, kind of like Paul. Paul leaves us without a foundation as well. So I'm just being honest here. Y'all did give some stuff, but y'all took it away. It was given very much Indian giver. But now the men are at the men's lounge, right? Paul, and this is where Tommy basically asks all the men, about, so my men, my singles, tell me how everything went when they met with the family. Right? Met with the family. So Clifton lets us know that, she ended up meeting his family. They had a good time. They really thought that she was thought she was a good person. They thought that she was, thoughtful. They thought that she was a good woman. It was just a little bit of an alarm when it came to the whole 6 months thing. But needless to say, the family did like Joy. When it came to Carmen, Donovan said that his mama really liked Carmen. That mom and Carmen hit it off really well. When it came to it, they really did well. So that was good. Paul basically was trying to make it seem that the date went so well between Dakia and his brother and him. Meanwhile, me, Tommy, God, Jesus, Saint John, Peter, Paul, I'm talking about the actual Paul from the Bible, not this nigga who be lying on here. We all looking at Paul like, Tommy looking at, I'm gonna keep my eye out on you, Paul, because we all know that Paul is full of shit. Like the same, and he, like I said in the collaborative review, just the same way that Paul has been coming to the men's lounges with wrinkled clothes, not ironed, balled up, just balled up on him. That's the same way that, his trust is viewed when it comes between him and Tommy. Tommy don't trust him. I don't trust him. The audience don't trust him. It seems that the only person who does trust him is Dakia. And Dakia, so you telling me, sis, that you know how to get bitches to the moon, but you can't see the bullshit that he's feeding you? You telling me that you know the geometric equation, the physics equation on how to get me to Mars, but you cannot decipher the bullshit that Paul is telling you. I refuse to believe that you was another one of those women from what's that show, that movie that Taraji P. Henson was in when they told her that she couldn't pee in the building. What was that? It wasn't Fences. What the hell was that movie called? I don't know what the hell the movie called, but I'm like, you was one of those chicks, and you telling me that you can't see the bullshit that happens between you and Paul. So you just thought Carmen made all of this up. None of it is true. And I was Hidden Figures. Speaking of Hidden Figures, you can't figure out that some part of Paul is hidden away from you, and this nigga ain't telling you the complete truth. You can't tell that. I cannot. So Tommy ends up talking to Demetrius and says, Demetrius, I see, so how did your date go? He says that, Sabrina said she didn't want to meet my family. Everybody looking at him crazy. It's like almost, y'all remember on the movies when the record scratches and everybody just looked at him like, what? We all looking like what? And Tommy basically has to let this man know that's a big red flag right there, that she is not wanting to meet your family. Don't you think that there is something that you should be saying at this point? Like, tell this bitch to go home. But see, like I told y'all, Sabrina got him exactly where she wants him, and that's fiending, and that's that's thirsting, and that's having his nostrils wide open. She finally got him where she needs him. So now the men's panel is over. He goes to meet up with Sabrina. Sabrina comes in, all shoulders, all ears, no neck in sight, no body. She ain't got no hips, she ain't got no ass, she ain't got no titties. Like, just the body is just childish. Everything about Sabrina is childish to me. From the way that she built, from the way that she carries herself, from the way that she expresses herself, all very just childish lady, childish woman. Get what I'm saying? So they sit down, they're having, small talk, how was your day? My day was good, like just some bullshit. And Sabrina just looking like she's just over being there. And it's so funny how the roles have reversed. Like Demetrius, that same energy, that same smile that you got when Tori got sent home, that same dryness that you exhibited throughout the whole competition, it seems that now Sabrina has embodied all of that. And now you are the Tori. You are the new Tory right now. And you about to find some shit out. So now they're talking and everything else like that. He's basically letting the people know that, letting her know that they had the men's panel. They talked about everything, and some things were brought up about her not wanting to meet his family. Sabrina was basically like, anyway, like I said, you're not the one for me. You're not my choice. You're not my person. You're a good guy. You're just not my guy. Sorry. And that's kind of really how it happened in my eyes. Sabrina was like, in the confessional, she said, even though he makes my heart swell, he's just not the one for me. This nigga never made your heart swell, Sabrina, because you don't have no heart. You don't have a heart. You don't have a chest. You don't have all you have is head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You have no heart. And when she actually broke it to Demetrius that they was not gonna be anything, she just seemed really just heartless. Like sis she started packing up her pocketbook. She started picking her things up. She was like, "Yeah, so what you doing after this?" It was given very much so what you about to do after this. Not like it. It was very much like cold. And Demetrius looked broken. And I was like, Demetrius, how does it feel, bruh? How does it feel to be the new Tory? The same way you were smiling when she sent that nigga home is the same way that now you are having your face cracked while she's on her way out the door, probably headed to her next dick appointment. Sis didn't waste all of that time getting in that cocktail dress just to tell you that you not the one for her. She got something to do after this, probably. I was the one who said that Sabrina thought that she was probably going to be eliminated. I think that that's what I thought. I thought that she felt that she was about to be eliminated, and so she broke up with him. Period. Not that she cared about him anyway. Even if he didn't do that and they had made it to the end, she wasn't going to choose him. He would have just chose her on decision day, and then she would have told him no. Period. And would have chosen herself because of all of the red flags, and it wouldn't be right to get into something if she didn't feel 100% with it. Those were going to be the two choices. So y'all, that was it. That was it, y'all. Sabrina literally stopped the conversation after she dissed him because he said, "Let me finish my shot." I can't believe she had me feeling bad for Demetrius either, Monique. I cannot believe that. I really cannot. I really cannot. And baby, one thing he was shook. He was shook. He was not expecting that, y'all. He was not expecting that, y'all. Sabrina came in here playing games like a nigga would. And I don't respect it because we didn't like it when niggas did it. We don't like it when a woman does it. We don't like it when nobody decides to come on here and play games. I know you hate put a ring on it, but are you doing a review? You mean am I doing like a individual review, or am I going to be doing the review with with Miss Aubrey and Alex? Now, you mean am I going to be doing the review on my own? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, y'all, because the way I might have to try to draw blood from Shay. If she ever come across that video, it's going to destroy her. I would hate to do that. I would hate to do that because the way that Shay almost got her ass beat, that wig snatched, them implants popped, that butt dropped. She really should have made different decisions because you out here looking completely dumb, completely stupid, completely ridiculous, sis. You need to go into the next hole, dig your head in there, just bury your head in the dirt. You have a lot of shame on yourself that you need to get through, because the way that you carried yourself on this last episode, sis, you should be ashamed of yourself. You were a complete embarrassment. No home training, no couth, no class, no just nothing. You just really showed your ass. You made it seem like you didn't have nothing to lose. Just do a quick summary of it. I want you to drag Shay because she's tagging classless. Actually, what you're saying about Shay, I said in my when I was on the review for Put a Ring on It last, I call her tacking classless. That was literally what I said about her, was she was tacking classless. Homegirl got that plate and she was ready to bop that girl in the upside the head. And y'all saw how she stopped. Y'all saw Shay didn't really want the issues. I told y'all Shay was not from the hood. Shay liked to pop off, but she not ready to really throw those hands. You unfortunately tried that shit with a gutter bitch from Detroit who's ready to bust you upside your shit. That's why you can't be trying to fight everybody over no man. What a fucking pity to sign up for a show where you and your spouse dates other people just to try to attack the person that your husband has to date. How fucking pitiful is that? You should be ashamed of yourself, Shay. Fucking embarrassment. Ooh. But like I said, she has nothing to lose. She has nothing going for herself. And I know a lot of people say she has a degree or something like that. But just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you actually did anything with the fucking degree. Like if you have a degree, no internships, no jobs that relates to that degree, then the degree is for nothing. I know a lot of bitches with a psychology degree that don't do anything with it. If I was him, I wouldn't have stayed. I wouldn't have stayed either. And you all, and like mind you, her man left out of the sheer embarrassment of her ratchet ass behavior, and her date had to hold her back. That like And all I could think about was like that damn Dr. Ponytail. I keep on trying to tell y'all, Dr. Ponytail is not trying to build people relationships up. She is here to fuck people's lives up. All she doing is throwing medical terms at y'all in a little bit of word mumbo jumbo. She know that she full of shit too. Just the same way those experts are on Married at First Sight. Dr. Ponytail is full of shit. She full of shit. She knew damn well when Shay had to watch her man like go on a date with somebody, she was gonna show her ass. There's no way that she did not see that shit coming. Especially when she almost fought the one girl who had to come up to the house to go out to eat. Detroit was ready. Detroit was ready. Detroit was ready. Now Alfonso's date was stunning though. She is a black beauty. Absolutely. I was like, that woman is gorgeous. She was pretty. And that was making Shay feel even worse because it seems that like the girl gave me more natural than Shay did. Shay is pretty, but it's a manufactured beautiful. It's not the same as homegrown. You know, homegrown thighs, homegrown ass, homegrown hips, homegrown titties. You know, yeah, you might like Jiffy cornbread, but it ain't as better as that shit that's from scratch. You know, it don't hit the same. Yeah, it's good to munch on, but like you know, it's not as good as that natural shit, right? Maybe it's just me, but like yeah, she definitely couldn't take the fact that there was another woman there that you know was beautiful, had a lot going for herself while dating her man. She couldn't handle it, and she tried to stun on her. And not only did you meet your match in the looks department, but then you almost got your ass beat by her. Who say you going outside, sis? I would hate to be your mama. I would be embarrassed. Ooh, I would hate to be I would hate to be a relative of Shay. I would just be embarrassed. You don't give a fuck about embarrassing yourself, embarrassing your man, embarrassing the own network. You just don't get. You have nothing to lose. Obviously, nothing. So y'all have been with me for almost an hour now. Well, now y'all have had me for 3 hours. Y'all had me for the Love and Marriage Huntsville review. Also, y'all go check out my other reviews. I've done my Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews. I have Ready to Love reviews. I have Married at First Sight reviews. Don't just stop here. Go see my other shit, especially my latest videos. My latest videos got the juice. I even got a little bit of drama on the channel. I have Camille's interview review. Go check that out. Make sure y'all do that. Y'all, but it's been real, y'all. I really appreciate everybody taking the time out to come to my channel to watch my content. I'm steadily, growing. I'm steadily increasing. It's like it's happening. Y'all know? Like, what do y'all I just to ask, what do y'all think is gonna happen on this upcoming episode? I want to put y'all comments, across the screen real quick. What do y'all think is gonna happen? What do y'all think is gonna happen next episode on Ready to Love? What y'all think the plot twist is? Hmm? What do y'all think the plot twist is? I hate when y'all get quiet. I need y'all to type. I need y'all to be telling me, what y'all think is gonna happen. Miss Detroit was 41, looking 27, and trained to go. Absolutely. She picked up that play like that shit was a part of her sports internship at her college that she graduated from. Plate throwing. I'm anxious to see what happens with Carmen and Donovan. Carmen and Donovan obviously are going to end together. I mean, you can kind of see that based on how they interact on the off camera now, when they're on Instagram. Yeah, there's going to be a plot twist. Tommy said that he has something up his sleeve for this upcoming week, and something tells me that something up his sleeve is going to fuck Paul up, and that's the whole reason that it's there in the first place. It's to send Paul ass home. Yes, I was stationed in wait, Mimi, why you like how like why you wait, why you ask me that, Mimi? Do you know me? Lord Jesus, don't let me find out Mimi was on my ship. That would be a gag. Uh True, all of that beard rubbing. Yeah, like picking out the lint and like the little beady beads in your beard, yeah. Yeah, but we have multiple peers. Like, it depends on, like, your peer changes often, because when you go underway to come back, you might not be at the same peer. But yeah, I was at peer 12 once upon a time. Yeah, back in the dizzy, like way back in the day, probably around 2016. Oh, that will explain why Paul been calling Tommy a clown. Ain't nobody a fucking clown except for fucking Paul. Paul is a fucking clown. Everything about Paul is clownish. The way that the nigga built, the way his funds is set up, his face, everything about you, Paul, is a punchline. As soon as you were birthed, like your mom heard that badunch, she was like, "Shit, I just birthed the joke." Because you really are a joke, Paul. You always talking shit on Instagram like a little bitch. You and Eric. I can't stand you niggas that do that. Ugh. You niggas, they should have never gave you niggas no voice. That's why I dragged you the way that I dragged you last episode, because you don't know how to shut the fuck up. I don't follow anyone except Monique, I'm gonna need you to unfollow Tori and find yourself and follow somebody who can actually be your man, and stay away from other people's man, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you again, stay away from Tori. I would hate to have to call the cops on you for trespassing. Okay. But I asked Paul today if it is a friendly banter between them, and he said Tommy just hates on him for no reason. He's not hating you on you. He's not hating on you for no reason, Paul. He's hating on you because you are a bum ass nigga. He knows that you ain't shit and you full of lies. And you just trying to get to the end. You had no intentions on finding love. And once again, y'all, that's exact. Listen, anybody who ain't shit, this might be taken the wrong way. Should I say this? I'm gonna just reword it. When it comes to the people and how they interview, if they do not interview with, and I'm just saying they, and it's not like if they own, if they like, if they're just not like exclusively doing their interview with Little Black Book 91. Like if they decide not to do Little Black Book 91, it's because they don't want to be asked the hard questions that they don't want to explain. That's what I'm gonna say. If they decide not to do a review with Little Black Book, is because they don't want to have to explain their actions. And one thing about Paul is he's not good at doing is explaining his actions. And that's why he was saying all of that shit about Little Black Book, because Little Black Book is holding that ass accountable based on his actions on the show, and he don't want to have to be interviewed and be held accountable. So he's going to go interview with somebody who's not going to hold him accountable, who's just gonna allow him to just say whatever bullshit comes up to his mind for the interview, lie all he wants to, and make it seem like we learned some shit when we really didn't learn the motherfucking thing. That's why. And that's why you're a fucking clown, Paul. That's why you're a fucking joke. See, this is why, like, I almost made it off this bitch. But you blame, you can, like, if you get dragged, blame Monique, because Paul, this why I always say that you uncomfortably built, you don't have a good face. Like, when I just cannot. Can y'all imagine waking up in the morning after after the Lord bless you to wake up another day, and it's turning over and looking at Paul? Can y'all imagine that? Tell me that wouldn't be hell. Ashley Aubrey, make sure to put Monique comment on the screen. Actually, Ellen, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I would hate for me and Monique to have to get into a. I would hate to have to shade you, Monique. I would hate to have to pull a shade on you and walk across the table. Don't make me take it there. I like, don't get out. Don't, I will take it there. I'll leave nothing but scalp at the scene. I know how y'all chicks like y'all baby hairs. I'm joining late, but you are right. They are all doing strategically placed interviews. Exactly, because they don't want to be asked questions and have to explain themselves. So he's not going to be doing a review probably with Crystal XO. He's not going to be doing a review with Little Black Book. But he will be doing a review where he's not challenged. But then again, in the other interviewers, you know, what are you talking about, Ellen? I'm always reading your comments. One thing I do is read your comments. Let's stop. Man, if Detroit would have jumped on that table, I'm trying to tell you, like, Shay walked up to Detroit and almost had a whole plate touch her temple. She, like, her life flashed before her eyes. Y'all saw how she stepped back. She was not like, you should have swung. You walked up on her like that. Swing, sis. You doing all that talking. Swing. Swing. Please swing. Don't walk up on me and not swing, because then that gives me free right to bust you upside your head. Because you shouldn't have been this close to me, and you shouldn't have been in my breathing space. It's Corona out here. You walking up on bitches? Are you vaccinated first and foremost, Shay? I'm so glad. I need to make you a mod too. All that mouth, all that mouth. But y'all, it's been real. I hope y'all really enjoyed the review. Paul, I'm trying my best to W. You see this behind me. You see this right here. Believe it or not, I love Jesus. I love God. I really do. So sometimes when I go in on people, I really do feel, contempt in my heart. I feel convictions. But you really out here pissing me off, Paul. So I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up online. Stop trying to clown Tommy, because he sees you for the nothing ass nigga that you are. A old nigga who can't let go of his youth. An old nigga who can't let go of his past. You out here trying to claim you a motherfucking rapper? You're a fucking joke, Paul. You're a fucking joke. Anyway, y'all, much love. Short 3 likes. How many likes do we have on the video? I can't see my likes on here. Oh, thank you for liking, y'all. Ooh, let me see what's going on. Let me go see the likes before I log out, so I could, if the likes are, if the likes are liking, I might stay on the extra couple of minutes and give Paul the drag that I really feel in my shando. Okay, I might do it. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Miss Creative say, "Well, I'm cussing, child. I can't hold it in. It be hard. Like it be hard to to not cuss. I can't even hold you. Okay, I'm liking what I see. I see 20 likes. So, how many of us think that Paul got roaches? I like is it just me? Everything about Paul just gives me very much that you need to spray it with Raid. Paul, like everything about Paul from his photos look real shady, real grainy, very much on the on the poor side. It's definitely not giving megapixel. You just everything about Paul is just low budget. And I feel like what he wants these women to do, he wants these women to accept his low budget behavior and his low budget income, his low budget everything, low budget body, low budget body structure, just everything. Y'all want to know why he really mad at Tommy? It's because Tommy talked about his low budget suits that he was bringing in here that he wasn't ironing. This nigga was coming on national television, nationally syndicated television, without ironing his clothes. Let's be real here. Paul is a joke, and that's why every single time he ends up getting embarrassed by the women that he dates. He goes after these young women. They're like, he could probably just maybe take them to to Applebee's a couple of times. Because remind y'all, 60,000 in DC is nothing at all. 60,000 in DC is not enough to do anything. So we already know that your money kind of tight, Paul. That you don't really have it like that. You came on here without the resources, without the foundation, without the body, and then on top of that, when you first came on here, when you first came on the show, you had a real stank attitude. I ain't never forgot how you talked to Ace when Ace told you that she was divorced. Do y'all remember how he disrespected her? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember how when Precious told him that he was in the bottom, that he read Precious down her rights until Precious said that he was safe, and then he apologized? Y'all remember that? I remember it. Y'all don't remember now how Paul has been talking shit about the kid to Carmen and then get blasted? How he waited until the third to last episode to finally give the kid some attention, because all of the connections that he had in the past completely are disinterested in him now. Let's talk about all the reason that Paul ain't shit. And you say he grew on you, Miss Creative. I'm gonna get you a fungal infection cream. I'm gonna make sure that that growth stops, because Paul don't need to grow on anybody. Paul don't need to grow on nobody. And I hate to hear that he's growing on you. Whatever that growth site is that Paul is at, the Paul placed on you, spray that shit with Raid. He ain't shit. Paul really ain't shit, y'all. Y'all, Lil Hurley, I'm sorry to inform you. I can get a lot it. I know it's disrespectful. I can get a little bit disrespectful, especially when it comes to bitches who like old motherfuckers who in their late 40s trying to throw shade at bitches on Instagram. I kind of get a little bit of shady with that, because I would expect that at this age that you're at, that you would have enough couth, enough class to not be throwing shade at bitches half your age online. You throwing shade at little black book. Meanwhile, you taking photos in the closet studio. Paul, your priorities are fucked. Y'all priorities are fucked. And Paul, you like after he got into the bottom, he said, you know, like these bitches don't like my actual persona. So I'm gonna actually just start lying to people and just telling them anything that they want to hear. And you know, that'll get me where I need to go. And to be honest, it has. Nothing that he has said is actually genuine. This nigga ain't said one genuine word on this fucking show, I believe. And it's so funny that you old motherfucking dudes on this show always come with the most bullshit. Same way with Walter last, and Walter is lucky that I'm not in my bag now like I was then, because I would have definitely ate him up, you know, the way he deserved to. See, I was still trying to find my pacing and how I did my videos and my content. Now I feel like I have, like, you know, a good little chemistry set going on, so I know how to do it. What happened, Jeremy? Him and Kojo got beef. Yeah, he decided to disrespect Kojo, and I want to let y'all know that I'm not no Kojo fanatic. I'm not no Kojo stan. I'm like, you know, I'm not here to, you know, to stand anybody. I don't give a fuck about none of these people. And honestly, I feel that Kojo is a little bit cringe, you know, for me when I watch some of his content. You know, I want to say some of his content. When you go to his Instagram and he's like, you know, doing the hip rolls and like he's like grinding and doing like it makes me uncomfortable. it's a little cringy, you know. But then again, he's from, you know, the UK, so you know, the way niggas will nig out here is a little bit different from the way niggas nig out in the UK. So I guess corniness is you know, is to be expected. But you know, yeah, he disrespected Kojo and then tried to up another YouTuber, you know, a YouTuber that Kojo actually used to have beef with. Mm-hmm. Y'all, yeah. He was saying way too many one-liners. Y'all remember he kept on, "Ooh, the kid, you so strong. Ooh, you such a strong black woman to kill. Oh, yes. Oh, so strong. How much you bench press 550? Oh, you just a strong black woman to kill." I mean, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it before, but I don't know. It just looks cringy on him. It just looks cringy on him when he does it. It gives me cringe. I don't know. And another thing, is he Ghanaian or is he from the UK? Or just because your parents are Ghanaian, does that mean that like that you're a Ghanaian as well? Or is it just like you're a descent of Ghanaian? You know, like how does that work when it comes to, because he's not African, because he's not from like he wasn't, you know, raised in Africa, he was raised in the UK, I believe. At least, well, like I'm saying, if he was raised in Africa, in Ghana, he damn sure adopted the UK accent. Definitely wasn't the Ghanaian one. One of the people I was on the ship with, she was from Ghana. Like I'm saying, like, does that mean if I do some ancestry.com, I can also say the tribe that's in my bloodline? Can I say I'm a part of that tribe too? Or part of that, you know, ethnicity? Is it, or like, yeah, would be it nationality? Will I be able to say that? Or is it only when your parents are from, you know, a certain place? Y'all want to know what? All my black people in the chat, let's come together and let's do some ancestry match. Let's do some ancestry.com. Let's look into our background, because I want to know what I am too. I want to know maybe it's given Ghana, maybe it's given Nigeria, is it given Zimbabwe? You know, is it given Uganda? I want to know where my bloodline comes from. How though? Like, isn't the whole African thing you like, you been raised in Africa? Because if that's the case, then what's the difference between us? Can't we can do I get to say I'm African too? Or is it because your parents are from Africa that you can claim that you're African? Because it why can't we say I'm African? I'm African American, but I'm from Africa too. At this point, I'm African too. I'm African too. That shit always confused me when it came to the people who had African parents who was able to claim that they were African, but I can't say I'm African. Why can't I say I'm African? But you was born and raised out here too. But your parents are African. But you can say you African. Is it because your parents are African and you closer to the bloodline that makes you more African than I am, even though that you're not from there? How does that work? I hope I don't sound shady because it's definitely not meant to be shady. But I'm just saying, like, I want to. Can I claim it too? I'm gonna go on Ancestry Match. I'm gonna do that blood test. They're gonna trace that shit back, and if it comes back, Zimbabwe, bitch, I'm changing all of my social media handles. Period. I'm like expect me to take down American flag off my profiles and shit, and I'm gonna put the god whatever flag that my bloodline reflects. Some have African parents and family and raised African and visit often. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could like have African parents, but I was like, somebody in our bloodline had African parents too. And I was like, if we could get a good trace back to our family, I guarantee you we could find our family in Africa as well. Y'all, this conversation is really making me want to do some research. I really want to know about my heritage, y'all. I want to know. Dang, I got a phone call at the wrong time. I'm catching up, but the dancing is very cringeworthy, and I really love Kojo. It do give cringe. It do give cringe. I'm not even gonna hold you. It definitely gets cringe. Um, it comes down to culture. Most African Americans have their own culture that they uphold. Most first generations are raised within their respective culture. A lot of times but I'm saying a lot of times their respective culture, they don't even follow it. They go with the westernized culture that we have. Like they may be raised in like, but then you're raised in it, so that does make sense. So I'm just jealous. I want to say I'm African too. That's it. That's really it. I ain't gonna even be petty about it. I want to say I'm African too. I want to be African. I'm black. My hair growing real nappy. If I don't brush it, not saying that makes me African, but I'm saying like my shit African too. I want to know. I want to be African too. But I feel like we all have a connection to Africa. That's where we come from. It's in our blood. We will always have a connection to Africa. I feel that we just have to go connect to it. Go figure out, when it comes to our backgrounds, when it comes to our bloodlines, really do the work to try to figure that stuff out and really do our research. That's what I believe. I do have a connection to Africa. I believe I do. I believe if you're black, I always believe that you should go travel abroad at least once. I was in the military, so I did mines there. I went to Israel, right? When I went to Israel, mind you, I had been to seven other countries right before that because we were stopping in all of these other ports. So when I stepped foot on Israel, I promise you, I ain't never felt that like this home, like this sense that I just came home or somewhere similar to home. It was like I felt like I've been there before, and it didn't feel like strange to me. Like when I was in Romania, Turkey, Spain, those are like Italy. I didn't feel that when I stepped in like onto the actual concrete. I didn't feel that. But when I stepped onto Israel, I was like, this feels different. This feels different. I feel a connection to this place. I don't feel like this is strange to me. So I'm saying like we all have a connection to it. My first boyfriend was African American, and he used to blow my back out, and he started acting crazy. I ran out of there. Most Africans can't put it down like that. Really, I thought a lot of the Africans had the meats. Maybe they just have the meat, but they don't know what to do with it. No, I'm not saying that you don't know your. I'm not saying you don't know your history. I'm saying like getting to know like the bloodline, going all the way back, tracing to where like the like what the tribes and the families like what we like where we what specifically where our like ancestral bloodline come from. That's what I'm talking about. Not saying that you don't know you know your history books. No, no disrespect. So like I'm saying, like, I think I want to do more research when it goes into that so I can see, if I have family, if do I have family in Africa? Can my bloodline be traced to somebody in Africa that's currently alive that could possibly be a relative of mine? And if so, what country in Africa would I have the strongest bloodline to? Where would my ancestors be from? I'm that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And that's really what I want to know. I'm really interested in finding that out, honestly. Ellen said I had a nausea man who blew my back out. You don't really know. We don't really know if anything is a scam nowadays. Anything could be a scam, but I'm saying like, I think it's good to like, at least give it a good old try, you know? Like I like that's what I really want to like that's just this is me. I want to try to give that a try. Anything could be a scam nowadays. Black Lives Matter is a scam. We still screaming that. I got the like I at least want a scam that at least like helps me, get to know my background, racially, culturally. I want to know. I'm very interested to figure that out. Wait, Monique, why? I'm sorry, but never have, nor will I date or have sex with an African. Why? Oh, not you saying they may be using my DNA for some weird stuff. Oh, I would hate to have a doppelganger out here. I don't want a bitch to show up to my motherfucking house in coveralls with scissors, trying to take me. he can he can he can't better than my African American. I wish he would have acted right. I would have taken him to Africa and everything. Not he could have came. Not would have brought him to the motherland. Did y'all hear about Ghana accepting like giving black, well, not black, I wouldn't say that, but African American citizenship? Did y'all hear about that? Listen, Jeremy, be careful in all seriousness. I'll definitely do some research. You just that like that was crazy. I never heard of that before. And I be reading a lot of conspiracy theories. I haven't heard that one about ancestry.com. But shit, that's so unfair though. I want to know about my damn ancestors. I want to know. I don't just want to be talking about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King all day. I want to know about like the ancestry that led me to like be here. I want to know. And I think it's really fucked up that they destroyed all of that information. And I really want to get to know more about it. I want to know more about, my bloodline. I'm getting sad. I hate that because white people love to always say, "Oh, I'm Irish," or like I come from here and come from there. We can't say that shit because they destroyed all of our languages, completely forced us to speak this fucking language, and It's don't get me started to bad talk. Those people. We have given up so much of our digital footprint, so we need to be careful on all fronts. That's true. My family don't know shit. I'm gonna be very real with you. My family don't know a motherfucking thing. Like I was raised in a family full of hood bitches and hood niggas who could give a fuck about their heritage. Period. Like they don't like my family can't tell me shit. Like like anything past great grandmama, they can't tell me anything. They take your blood at the doctor's office. They have DNA every way, including Sunday. That is true as well. That's very much true. And I'm like, I want to know what do they do with the blood after they use it. Okay. My family don't know that. See, we on two different types of, type of, starting points. At least, you have family that knows about, their history. I don't have that. So like, do I just like, not look into it and just like not like, not care? I don't want to like at least before I die, I want to know, It's something that's always been in my heart. Especially because bitches always ask me, am I African? I didn't know I look African. I didn't think, I didn't thought I didn't think I didn't think my facial features gave off, coming straight out of the motherland. But it seems that a lot of people have asked me that, including my Afro mamas. No, you good. You good, Miss Creative. You don't have no apologies needed. But I'm just saying, like, that's just some stuff I wanna know, before before I pass away, so I can at least tell my children, so I can at least tell, like, my nieces and nephew, so like I can at least put them onto some game, when it comes to the bloodline, because I don't know anything. Mm-mm. Only thing I know about my family bloodline is that they Bloods and Crips. That's really it. Outside of that, I don't really know much else. Hood niggas. What you gonna do? When we select the terms of use and download apps, that's true as well. Be careful with the terms and conditions, child. Be careful with the terms and conditions. Careful, careful, careful. Okay. Um, y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about or discuss? Y'all know. So because y'all did get my likes up over 20. That's my first time ever having like a video. I start off with 20 likes. So I really do appreciate that. I'm trying to stay on a little bit longer. It's almost 10 o'clock. So like do y'all have anything y'all want to ask me? Anything y'all want me to discuss before I end this live? Any questions about any of the shows that I brought up? Anything? I'm giving y'all 45 seconds. Y'all 45 seconds for Wiley. I have 3 4 seconds. Look, cause the way I'm about to get up, rip these clothes off, and get in my bed. Michael whining in the background, but that nigga's in for the day. He's already ate. He's been walked. He's played. He's good. He's going to bed. And then do I want company? No, I'm not. Not tonight. I totally understand how you feel. So look into WebMD about good websites to find your ancestors to protect your privacy. Absolutely, I'll do that. I'll catch you live. I enjoy your count. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for making it. Did you watch the ultimatum? I have not watched the ultimatum. Um, I need to Michael, please. I will light your ass up like a Christmas tree in this bitch. Anyway, like I was saying, I haven't watched The Ultimatum. I want to watch it. I heard that is really, really good. Tanya, please watch the playback and make sure y'all comment. Y'all watching the damn video, make sure y'all comment on the video too. Don't just think that everybody who comment in the live view are the only opinions that I care about. I care about those who are watching the replay too. Like, tell me y'all opinion. Let me know. Oh yes, Miss Creative Company. I don't work. I don't work this body out. Be going to the gym, built like I ain't stallion built for nothing. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get my. I need mine. Period. I need somebody to look. I ain't like do all of this. Get develop all of this for no reason. Hey, Chris P. So when it comes to it, I was like, I ain't just I ain't just, buff trying to look good and cute for no reason. I'm trying to make it pop. Look, I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. Like unless you I don't play with God. Like unless I'm completely ready to give my whole life over to God, I don't feel that I should be trying to do a mix of the two. I just don't agree. So until then, until I'm at a point where I'm ready to give my heart, my body, my soul completely over to God. I'm I can't be giving God my body, on Sunday and Saturday, and then letting other people use it, here and there. God don't like to share. So, and on top of that, I don't like. Thank you, Miss Creative. Thank you, Miss Creative. But please pray for me, child. Please, I need prayer. I watched Young, Rich, and African. It was good. Really, I heard about that. I heard the wigs be terrible though. I heard the wigs be terrible. I heard the wigs be terrible. Y'all. Oh, she said she just finished it. We are all work in progress. Yeah, that's true. I just come from a standpoint that I don't believe in being hot and cold. I believe in being hot or cold. If I'm not ready to be on fire for God, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play with it. I thought last year I thought that I gave my life to God. Honestly, I thought I did, but honestly I wasn't ready to give over my life like that. Because a lot of people just think that when it comes to following God, that it's only when you go to church. But that is, to me, is that's not the case. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe that if you're watching anything sinful that regards into arguing, drama, gossip, fighting, not that's a rap. I believe that listening to secular music is a rap. You can't be listening to music about flip it, lick it, suck it, that. You can't be doing that. You can't be out here fornicating. So you gotta wait for God to reveal who your spouse is. No telling how long that's gonna be. No telling how long you're gonna be celibate. No telling how long you're gonna be abstinent. You know, then on top of that, you got to read your Bible, really get to know God, really spend time in prayer, really do your fasting and all of that stuff, and really show being when I was a Christian. I'm trying to tell you, it was not easy. It was not easy to give God your all like He wants. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna give Him half of me. I'm like, if I do, I'm gonna give Him all of me. Just when you thought the wigs were bad on Ready to Love, but I love the place that they film. I mean, yeah, because Africa is a beautiful place. Wigs and bleached skin. Wait, they bleaching? They not they bleaching Pond de Cree. What? They bleaching? Y'all like I don't know if y'all be watching these videos, but those African girls that no, like I'm not giving up on anything. And I don't think the pressure comes from religious folks. I don't believe that at all. Well, not when it came to me. I don't feel that it was because of religion, as to why I had all of that pressure upon myself. It's honestly because of the Bible I was reading. I was listening to what the Bible said. Like the Bible will gives you very clear, concrete, and concise instructions on what it wants you to do. And if you don't believe me, go check out Corinthians and Romans, Acts, and yeah, I think that's it. Acts, Romans, Corinthians. They like God really gives you the handbook on what He wants from us. And I'm saying unless I don't I just have to be real about it. I don't think I'm giving up on God, because to say I'll give up on God would mean I don't love Him anymore. And now, like I always love God. There's always going to be some part of me that wants to, give my life over. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just don't think that right now. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Bible gives you clear and concise directions, no confusion at all. We make things confusing. Yeah, that's what I believe. When I got saved last year and I read the Bible, I was not confused about anything. Nothing that anybody could tell me. Period. I was very much like the Bible really do be telling you exactly what God wants from us. Period. And like I'm saying, God requests a lot, but He gives a lot. So and it's not to say that I don't want to follow God or anything else like that. It's just that like I know that I'm just not in a place to completely just give over everything like that. I tried and I failed. And not to say I think I give up, but it's to say that but then again, you don't know when your time is going to be. So I could say I have all of the time in the world, but who's to say if that's the case? I might pass away tomorrow. That's another thing. Yeah, Monique, He does give us new grace and mercy, but then but that doesn't necessarily mean that He wants us to, you know, like after He gives us grace for us to willfully just go sinning because we have grace established. He said that's an abuse on it. He actually said it would be more so easier for somebody to tie an anchor around their neck and jump into the sea than to playing His face like that. But like it's I think that I hate talking about this topic because all of us have had so many different things and so many different beliefs, and this is not that type of channel. If y'all want that type of content, when y'all see me commenting as Jeremy Taylor, go on that channel and read all of that past Christian content that I did. I used to be a Christian YouTuber at one point, but now just keep going. It takes time, Jeremy. One day at a time. God knows your heart. I'm not excusing sin. Yeah, I understand that. Look, this is not how what we supposed to be talking about, y'all. Don't get me in my feelings today. Like God is very Jesus and God is a very sensitive topic for me. I'm at a red light and the license plate in front of me has the numbers 316, and I think that's a sign. A sign for what? Oh, what's a sign? I don't want that to be a sign for me. I don't want anything with sixes and threes. Well, then again, threes, yes, because the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's the three. But when it comes to the six, I don't like that number. And you know what's so funny is like I actually was going to a couple weeks ago. I decided, you know, it's like let me go give it another try. So I decided to get in my car and you know go. Y'all, how about I end this and I start another live just to talk? Is that better? Because I can't have a 2 hour ready to love video. So I'm gonna end this and I'm gonna open up another live, open chat, and y'all can come up here and talk to me too if y'all want. Okay, how does that sound? Is that better or is y'all good or y'all good on that? Let me know because if not, I'll just end this and like we could just call it a day. But I thought this was a really good conversation that we started to develop to have. So I didn't know if y'all just wanted to end it. But then again, I can't just be having 2 hours because you know that's fair. Fair. Why y'all using the word fair? I don't like that word. I don't like that word. Okay, but I'll end the live then, and start another live right after this. Okay. All right. Much love to y'all. Much love to everybody who's going to be watching, and peace. Oh, and thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya said a few days ago your channel popped up, and I've been enjoying your videos. Thank you so much. I hope you continue to enjoy them. I hope my content really does please you. But I gotta go. I'll be